When you Google Tom Brady intense, you'll find the following articles on the first page of results. Tom Brady's extreme competitiveness in 35 situations. Tom Brady with the most competitive player I've ever seen. Here are the most noticeable examples. Tom Brady's exercising routine that helps him stay in shape. Tom Brady is much more intense than others, according to Richard Sherman. Brady declared his unretirement on March 14th, despite being widely regarded as one of the most competitive players in the league, if not all time. It's only been 40 days since he announced his retirement. In today's video, we'll be seeing what made Tom Brady return to the Buccaneers. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. is an American football quarterback who plays for the National Football League's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. From 2001 to 2019, he spent his first 20 seasons with the New England Patriots, where he was a key part of the franchise's success. Brady is largely recognized as the all-time greatest quarterback. In addition to the most Pro Bowl choices, Brady holds nearly every major quarterback record, including passing yards, completions, touchdown passes, and games started. He is the NFL's all-time leader in career quarterback wins, regular season quarterback wins, playoff quarterback wins, and Super Bowl MVP titles, as well as the only Super Bowl MVP for two separate franchises. Brady is the only quarterback to win a Super Bowl in 3 different decades, and he is known for his consistency. At the age of 40, he is the oldest NFL MVP, the oldest Super Bowl MVP, and the oldest quarterback selected to the Pro Bowl. In 2019, Brady was unanimously named to be the 100th anniversary all-time team, making him the only NFL quarterback to be named to 2 all-decade teams. Unlike Michael Jordan and many others who retired for a season, a half year, or a few months, Brady's decision could set a new record for the shortest retirement in sports history. In practice, it's as if Brady never left because he hasn't missed a single game since saying goodbye. Getting records and achieving milestones is already a healthy habit for Brady. He won't be able to brag about having the shortest retirement, but he can brag about winning Super Bowls, passing yards, touchdown passes, triumphs, and many other things. Here's his announcement in case you haven't seen it yet. I've realized over the last 2 months that my position is still on the field, not in the stands. That moment will arrive, but that isn't the case right now. I adore my teammates as well as my loving family. They are the ones who make it all possible. I'm returning to Tampa for my 23rd season. LFG has some unfinished business. Brady isn't the first athlete to do something like this. Michael Jordan has come out of retirement. Muhammad Ali felt the same way. Jay-Z, Michael Phelps, is a world-class swimmer. And then there's Brett Favre. Sanders, Dion, Sandberg, Rain Yogi Berra is a baseball legend. Magic Johnson is a basketball player from the United States. Lance Armstrong is a professional cyclist. Mario Lemieux is a hockey player from Canada. The list could go on forever. Brady got the opportunity to watch Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo play Tottenham during his 40-day retirement, and the two met thereafter. When Ronaldo asked him, "You're finished, right?" You should have seen his face. Why would Brady, the GOAT, greatest of all time for those of you who don't know, make such a dramatic U-turn? Is it possible he was moved by the Old Testament and simply needed to wander and wonder for a while? Many others didn't believe he was retiring permanently in the first place, with some speculating that he'd just take a year off and then return, rather than just a month or two. You never say never, Brady himself said on Jim Gray's podcast. I'm quite pleased with my decision. I'm not sure how I'll feel in 6 months. Remember, this guy won another Super Bowl after the New England Patriots' Bill Belichick virtually turned on from him, believing he couldn't lead the team to the top again. So maybe someone merely said to him, "Good thing you retired, you weren't good enough any longer." Brady may have discovered he was still at the peak of his game after announcing his retirement, to spend more time with his family. A familiar trope of athletes quitting. He was back in less than 6 weeks. Brady was regarded as one of the top quarterbacks in the league just a year ago, finishing second in MVP voting at the age of 44 and leading the NFL in passing yards and touchdowns. He recently won a Super Bowl last season and has long stated that he intends to play well into his 40s and possibly even 50s. In a 2021 interview with Andrea Kramer and Hannah Storm, Brady claimed, "I really think I can play as long as I want. If I wanted to, I could play until I'm 50 or 55. Obviously, I don't believe I will. My physical physique will not be an issue. It'll just be that I'm missing too much of my life with my family," he says. Many people in all areas of life retire, then unretire, or start a new business, or travel the world, or simply become bored. Have you seen the film Succession yet? Logan Roy's character isn't a ridiculously made-up character. Most powerful people do not want to give up their positions or recognize they are no longer deserving of them. Routine and competition motivate many people to excel at what they do, and you want to keep doing it well if you're still doing it well. Some argue that Brady never intended to retire, but that he was testing the waters to see if he could wrangle a trade to his hometown team, the San Francisco 49ers, realizing that wasn't going to happen, and that if he was going to play this year, it would be with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As head coach Bruce Arians claimed, he probably started talking to the Bucs upper management to get some clarity on how they would pursue roster upgrades and ensure that the 2022 team would be ready to compete at the top once more. Brady announced his return after receiving promises that the Buccaneers would spend and even make deals to strengthen the roster. And the NFC's path to another Super Bowl is less difficult than the AFC's. Soon after the announcement, Tampa Bay general manager Jason Licht issued a statement implying that the two sides have been in regular contact and that there has been action behind the scenes to get this done and get Brady back on the field. "We are ecstatic that Tom has opted to return this season," said Licht in a statement. "We said we'd keep all options open for him if he changed his mind about retiring. And today's news is something we've been planning for a few days. Arians and I have recently had several conversations with Tom that have led us to believe there is a reasonable chance he will wish to return. We will continue to go forward with our off-season plan to replenish this group for another championship run now that this choice has been made. Tom Brady loves to play football as much as anyone I've ever been around." Arians said that of the competitive fire. Tom stated, "Right now, his place is on the football field." Another major aspect that may have prompted Brady to return was the Buccaneers' decision to resign another veteran, reliable center Ryan Jensen. Brady is known to adore most of his teammates, and the ones he vouches for are the ones he wants by his side. Rob Gronkowski is the most well-known of these, having unretired to accompany Brady from the New England Patriots to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jensen committed to a 3-year contract with the Buccaneers on March 14th, the same day as Brady's announcement, likely taking less money to return, with some insider knowledge that Brady was coming back too. It wouldn't be surprising if Gronkowski, who had been expected to retire, returned to the field. Prepare yourself, because the GOAT is returning to graze once more. That concludes today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like it and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. How do you feel about Tom Brady returning to the Buccaneers? Tell us about it in the comments section below. We'll see you in the future video. Thanks for watching.